like, I hope they remembered. I had reminded Janet. Come on in, have a seat. How you doing, young lady?
I feel better. I've been fighting colds and allergies.
Uh-oh.
92.7 W224EA.
You're good. Give me 15 seconds. Juanita, I can't see my our guest. Unless you want to put you. One. Move it a little this way. There we go, right there. We're a little crooked. Hey guys, how you doing? You don't need to put it down now. Okay, now I gotta do this, otherwise you cut my head off. Right there. That's good. Okay. All right. Buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches en todo el mundo. Aquí en nuestra comunidad Northwest Indiana. That's our community, Northwest Indiana. Welcome. Happy Friday, Freedom Friday. And I had to lower down. It's Happy Friday, Juanito. ¿Cómo estás?
I'm great. It's Friday,
Awesome.
Of course.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means it's Friday.
Well, it's Friday for me every single day, no matter what comes my way. Is it Friday for you? Are you feeling Friday? Oops. Are you feeling Friday? I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, and I hope that you are too. And we want to thank you for joining us here today, live on Nuestra Comunidad, WLTH. And for those of you that are Nuestra Comunidad NWI's WLTH Facebook page, please share it, as well as our YouTube page. We are live on YouTube as well, and we have some great things in store for you, and some great information. But before we go any further, the views expressed by the host and the callers of this show are necessarily the views of WLTH Radio, management, owners, and sponsors, and advertisers. Juanito, what you got over there real quick?
Well, first of all, on behalf of the Multimedia Department for the Area Career Center, there is a fundraiser that will be taking place at Five Guys, which is actually called Five Guys Community Fundraiser. You are invited to a Five Guys fundraiser once again, and it is a one-day fundraiser where you, if you can go to the Five Guys rest establishment at 8231 Calumet Avenue in Munster, Indiana, on Tuesday coming up, October the 29th, all hours of operation. It's a 20% off fundraiser sales and an additional $1 for every milkshake. Five Guys will donate, once again, 20% of the fundraiser sales and an additional $1 for every milkshake. So please bring your friends. After all, it's a chance for all of us to help our cause and enjoy great food. Purchase a gift card, receive additional donations, and this fundraiser will be on behalf of the Area Career Center Multimedia Broadcast Academy. You must notify the cashier you are attending the fundraiser to receive credit for your purchases. That's this Tuesday coming up. In addition, right now going on behalf, I guess, of the Irving Elementary PTA and eminent, what is it, Matt? Domain? What's Mr. Mr. Martin Zunica's, what's his name again over there? Oh, Original Domain. So on behalf of Original Domain and the Irving Elementary School PTA, right now they're actually having their trunk or treat going on till 6 p.m. That will be taking place at Irving Elementary School, which is at 4727 Pine Avenue in Hammond, Indiana. There is a diversity and inclusion symposium coming up in Valparaiso University on Friday, November the 15th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And this is on behalf of the Urban League. In addition to that, that's pretty much it. Unless Eve, we want to get started with this right away.
Go ahead, please.
Okay. And so once again, Eve and I truly treasure anyone and everyone that throughout the years has advertised on Nuestra Comunidad Northwest Indiana. And on this note, we want to thank from the bottom of our hearts Ms. Araceli Corona for advertising not just once, but advertising again on Nuestra Comunidad Northwest Indiana. So
thank you. I was about to pull it out of your mouth.
Yes,
I really wanted to do this. Here, put it in my mouth.
Attention Medicare recipients. This is Juan M. Andrade with e-commerce right next door here with an invitation for you. Are you turning 65 or are on Medicare? If you are on Medicare, Medicare open enrollment runs from October 15 to December the 7th. And you can make changes to your Medicare health plan. Araceli Corona is a licensed insurance agent, and she is presenting a series of upcoming Medicare plan seminars at People's Bank locations throughout Northwest Indiana and at the Hammond Sportsplex. All you have to do, ladies and gentlemen, is call 219-801-1276 or call 773-968-6619 now, either to RSVP for one of the upcoming seminars or to just ask her questions about the options that are available for Medicare, those that are 65 or new to Medicare.
Atención a destinatarios de Medicare, este es Eve Gómez y claro, su servidor Juan Andrade aquí con una invitación para ustedes. ¿Cumple 65 años o tiene Medicare? Si tienen Medicare, la inscripción abierta de Medicare se realizará del 15 de octubre al 7 de diciembre y puede realizar cambios en su plan de salud de Medicare. Araceli Corona, un agente de seguros con licencia, presentará una serie de próximos seminarios del plan de salud de Medicare en las ubicaciones de People's Bank y en el noroeste en People's Bank del noroeste de Indiana y en el Hammond Sportsplex. Llame al 219-801-1276 o al 773-968-6619 para confirmar su asistencia o para obtener más información. Gracias, Araceli. You ticking, clicking over there too loud, man.
Right.
You know, Juan and I always have fun, and I gotta mess with him. You know, if nobody messes with him, he may feel lonely. So I mess with him every time I get a chance, because he's over there click, 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 kind of loud, like what those chickens pick, pick, pick. Yeah, right. So we're going to go right into our interview because we also have another guest coming up in the half hour of the show. This is Nuestra Comunidad Northwest Indiana. If you want to call and ask questions to our guest, you can call 219-885-1371. That's 219-885-1371. And we want to thank our Facebookers, our YouTubers, for joining us here today and also on 1370WLTH.com. Si quieren más información acerca de lo que estamos hablando aquí o con nuestros invitados, tengan ustedes la seguridad que aquí estamos para ustedes. Pueden llamar durante nuestro show al 219-885-1371. This is a full bilingual show, in case you didn't know that.
I know.
Well, we have a beautiful young lady here. We're going to ask her to introduce herself, where she's from, and where she's been, and what she's doing. Good afternoon. How you doing, young lady?
Good afternoon. Good to be with you.
Good to see you.
Much.
Yes, it's been a while.
Really appreciate it. Yeah. Well, I'm Deborah Williams. I'm one of the ladies that was encouraged by Mildred Ball, who was a former teacher, educator, administrator here in East Chicago. We were blessed to have such a wonderful adult and mentor in our lives. And she encouraged us after being with us from 1961 through 1977, when she retired, to go to Indianapolis, and she became the first female and African-American to be a deputy commissioner for the Indiana High School Athletic Association. That was saying a lot.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
As she did here in East Chicago, starting the top 20 and doing so much with young people in terms of mentoring and just encouraging young people to have some success in their lives. Mildred made sure that while being a commissioner, a deputy commissioner with the Indiana High School Athletic Association, she was one of those persons that had a lot to do with girls becoming known, female athletics. And so where we have basketball, we have volleyball, where you see our Billie Jean King or Serena Williams or Simone Biles or the young ladies that have done so well with our Olympic athletics. Mildred had a lot to do with girls having a say with athletics. certainly in the state of Indiana and across the country. So we certainly want to acknowledge Mildred. Um, More than anything else, while we had a chance to dance and it was part of the curriculum, it was that eighth hour, and everybody wanted to be in that. Mildred was asked by Nick Young, "Can you help us out? Our band is struggling." Mildred said, "Well, let me see what I can do." And she picked 20 girls who some of them didn't make cheerleading, but they could dance. And she worked with them and back in those days, you really had to have your character act together. Um, no bad grades. Um, she certainly would give you some great mentoring talks. But Mildred, she utilized um, the group out of New York, the Rockettes. She utilized that style. And of course, back then, we're talking about 1961 coming up through the 70s, the Rockettes were very popular.
Right.
And the kick line, it was very popular. They weren't doing a lot of hip hop back then. So, what was popular then, it worked. And people, yes, they loved, as they do today, they loved athletics, they loved sports, they certainly loved basketball and football, but they certainly would come to see us perform at halftime. So as we keep rolling on, speaking about Mildred, she encouraged us to not just do well with our dance, but we really had to do well academically. And for one person, you had a lot of parents, mothers and dads. They contributed. So it was a community act.
Right.
It was a whole entire community act, and it made a difference. So we were doing uh, reunions, and Mildred said to us, it was about 8 years ago. She said, "Well, this is nice that we're having a reunion, but is this all we're going to do?" She said, "What do you all think about going back home? Those of you that are in the area, and even those of you that live long distance, and giving back to East Chicago." Um, she wanted us to dig in and help the young people from our own towns, certainly East Chicago. And we did that. And we got together, wrote some grants, and here we are.
Still writing more grants?
We're still writing more grants.
Bringing more kids?
Bringing more kids.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So there's something that you've been doing every single year, and I hear nothing but great stories,
Okay.
very successful fundraisers, and I know that you guys reach out to us,
Yes.
and our heart goes out to those such as yourself and everyone else in the top 20 that are there to give back to our young ladies,
Yes.
to our young
Yes.
children,
Yes.
to our teenagers. There's diehard need of being loved, being
Absolutely.
accepted, being
Absolutely.
belong to something.
Absolutely.
And you guys are doing just that.
And so this will be our third annual fundraiser. Fundraisers are not easy to do, especially the meals don't exist for a lot of people,
Right.
and a lot of our businesses don't exist like they did back when we were coming along. But the fundraiser is going to be held at the Ameristar. Um, it's going to be our third annual, putting positive choices in motion. And our keynote speaker is our very own. She's from East Chicago, trustee, Indiana University, Bloomington, trustee, board of trustee, Donna Berry Spears. So Donna will be our keynote speaker. It'll be held at the Ameristar Ballroom, Friday, November the 8th. 2019. So that's going to be on a Friday at 6:30 p.m. to 8:30. Donation is $100. Don't gag, don't choke, don't faint. It's $100 because it's a fundraiser.
Wait. They shouldn't gag. They shouldn't faint because they pay it for politicians.
Absolutely.
We're building new politicians.
Absolutely.
You are investing in new politicians. You're investing in their lives.
We're investing in leaders.
Yes.
We're investing in
Pour
young
into
people
them.
understanding the importance
That's
of
right.
character. We're investing in young people understanding why it's important to have good behavior, why it's important to have a solid relationship with your parents, with your peers, with your teachers. We are the values of Top 20 Incorporated, responsible service to the community, respect for diversity and social equity, appreciation of artistic and cultural expression, commitment to the intellectual and leadership development of students, and dedication to a healthy lifestyle. We acknowledge our benefactors, and they have been wonderful. the Foundation of East Chicago. They've been great. Legacy has been great.
Mm-hmm.
Ameriprise, St. Catherine's Hospital, the South Shore Arts. So we could not do this without them. Certainly the grants help, but when donations come in, that helps us. That it doesn't pay us.
Mm.
This is volunteer.
Right.
All that we
Right.
do is volunteer
Amen.
from Monday through Thursday. And by the way, boys are also on board. So it's
Awesome.
not just girls, it's boys. And by the way, last year, pre-K, over 120 kids were
Wow.
able to
That's
learn
awesome.
tap,
That is
ballet,
awesome.
and hip hop. And we
Wow.
pay the
Thank you.
instructors. We pay our dance instructors. And we do community service activities, and we go on field trips. The field trips are educational, and that costs money.
Right. Right. So that's why $100 isn't much. So let's invest in our children. Let's invest in our future. When we get up in age in the 70s and 80s, we want to make sure that we've already paved a wonderful way, road, path to our youth so that they know how to take care of us when we get there. Imagine they get rid of everything and they're just running the streets.
Well, the good thing about Top 20, and a lot of kids that wouldn't normally not have been a part of our program, some of them were in trouble, and we got a chance to, we were requested by either a principal or a social worker or a counselor or a dean or a parent. And so we spent some time with them, and we get some very good feedback.
Wonderful.
We hear that student is doing better in class. That student is doing better with their
Those are
grades.
great stories.
The behavior is not what it was. They're not fighting, which is an issue for us. You know, as adults, we are not going to be Mildred Ball, but certainly she left a legacy. She provided an example, an awesome role model. What are you going to do with the young people in your community? You can't walk around ignoring them.
No.
So spend that time.
Can you say that again?
You can't walk around ignoring them. You got to spend that time. Give them some positive
Invest in
feedback.
them. Yes.
Invest that special time, that important
Yes.
time with them. And that's what we do.
And that's important, whether it's Top 20 or another non-for-profit organization that helps build our youth, like Feed My Sheep with Cheryl Smith, you know, like Rahab's daughter out East Chicago, my
Absolutely.
girls over there,
Absolutely.
Pastor Terry and all them. I mean, it's
Yes.
just, we have to continue to help mold our
Absolutely.
children for them to not be conformed, but be transformed.
Absolutely.
And some of them don't know any better. Folks, yep, here I come. You ready? You society folks label them, and you're the one that's speaking death over them, and you got a problem
No,
because
you gotta
you spoke that over them. So
Yeah.
now, therefore, is happening. Many people don't believe in the power of the tongue.
Yes. Yes.
Come
It's very
on,
powerful. It's very powerful. It's
sharp.
very powerful. Yes.
We have to watch what we say over our kids.
Absolutely. You know, when we were coming along, parents did not talk about certain things and
No.
adult
God
subjects
forbid we
in
talk
front
about
of children.
SEX.
And certainly, and especially that.
We can't have that
Okay,
conversation with
The,
mom. Oh
the
no.
adults when we were coming along, you know, and the kids today, they say, Miss Debbie, you didn't, I know. They would let us know we're having grown folks conversation.
Right.
Get on out the room.
Excuse
Go
yourself.
play.
Yeah.
And it worked. And that it made a
Yes,
major
ma'am.
difference. And so by the time we found out about things we shouldn't have found out about, you know, it has a major impact. By the way, I wanted to let you know that for our fundraiser, it's going to be raffle tickets, a silent auction.
Ooh.
We've got some wonderful things, trips.
Ooh.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm going to
Oh,
go.
yeah.
I got things to do that
you-
day.
and-
3
and-
events, but I'm going to go. I'm going to jump from
And
one
you know
event to
what,
the
dear
other.
Maristar, you
I
know
need
it's
to be
good
there.
food. You know it's always
Oh
good
yeah.
food.
Oh
So,
yeah.
so we're really looking forward to people coming on board and participating and donating
And-
to this special cause.
Well, even if you can't, what is to say, if you can't make it to the event, how can we donate? How can we still be part of that?
Whatever you can do in terms of donations, we would appreciate that. We have raffle tickets. They are $5 for one. They are $10 for three. There's also, you can always donate to Top 20. You don't have to just wait for a fundraiser. You can always donate to us. We're always grateful for that, whether it's 500, whether it's 1,000. We've got something called the Bronze Table Sponsor. That's $1,000. Silver table sponsor, 2,500. Gold table sponsor, 5,000. And so, whether it's $50, $100, whatever you're able to donate, we are appreciative.
Sow a seed, people, so that you can harvest. You sow a seed, you will reap well, especially this kind of seed. You know, many people don't even invest in themselves.
Yes, yes, that's true. I would like to give some phone numbers.
Yes.
Janet Givens is 219 670. I'm sorry. Let me start all over. The phone numbers, let me give you my phone number. 219 201 9784. 219 201 9784. And I want to make sure that I get Janet's number correct, because you can always contact Janet. And I believe Janet's number is 219 689 3377.
Okay, and on that note, we're going to go for some commercials. Don't go anywhere. Hang tight. We'll be back with some more here on WLTH Radio.
El obtener tu diploma de high school cambiará tu vida. Abrirás oportunidades de empleos, obtendrás mayores ingresos y tendrás la oportunidad de continuar tus estudios.
Colorado already got snow.
Un título profesional. El Exam Center es un high school gratuito para
That shouldn't surprise us. We're into November next week.
tu propio horario. Te graduarás con un diploma de high school de
Next week will be in November.
así como créditos universitarios o certificado industrial.
Did you know that?
Cuentan también con servicios de guardería.
It does not surprise me. God creates it all. Just saying. Just got to make the best of it. Right, my YouTubers and my Facebookers? That's right. I hope you guys are enjoying this program and are learning something, because there's a lot of people doing good out here. We always unfortunately judge the book by its cover and not necessarily getting to know the person or people that are moving and shaking and doing things, the movers and the shakers, and we are doing great things in the community. Some you may not be able to see because we don't always put it all out there for you to look at. You know, gotta love life. I love you guys. I'm gonna go to a gala this evening, which is why I'm dressed this way, to Chicago. We're going to talk about that after we come back as well, after the commercials. So it's going to be an awesome, and this is actually a non-for-profit foundation, that's Break the Silence Foundation, to help women or victims of domestic violence.
Two lucky guests choose a wild witch to win up to $500 promo cash every half hour. And at 10 p.m.
We got $5,000
promo
I'm on the
cash
south side. Miss
$2,500.
Williams, you have my number.
Which wild witch will you choose to make you rich? Only at Majestic Star Casino. Visit MajesticStarCasino.com.
You want to bring it back?
What's that?
You want to bring it back?
Oh.
Come on, you gotta be awake, dude. Be alert. Be aware of your surroundings. Never mind. All right. Welcome back. Welcome back to Nuestra Comunidad NWI. Nuestra Comunidad Northern Indiana. We got a commercial. Go ahead, Juan.
Attention, Medicare recipient. This is Juan Andrade with you right here with an invitation for you. Are you turning 65 or on Medicare? If you are on Medicare, Medicare open enrollment runs from October 15th to December the 7th, and you can make changes to your Medicare health plan. Araceli Corona is a licensed insurance agent, and she is presenting a series of upcoming Medicare health plan seminars at People's Bank locations throughout Northwest Indiana and at the Hammond Sportsplex. All you have to do, ladies and gentlemen, is call 219-801-1276 or 773-968-6619 now to RSVP for more information or to register for one of the...
Atención, destinatarios de Medicare. Esta es una invitación para usted. si cumple 65 años o tiene Medicare, si tiene Medicare, la inscripción abierta de Medicare se realizará del 15 de octubre al 7 de diciembre y puede realizar cambios en su plan de salud de Medicare. Araceli Corona, un agente de seguros con licencia, presentará una serie de próximos seminarios del plan de salud de Medicare en las ubicaciones de People's Bank en noroeste de Indiana y en el Hammond Sportsplex. Llame al 219-801-1276 o 773-968-6619 para más información o para hacer su solicitud, su cita. Así es que esto es completamente gratis. Aprovechen de estos talleres, de esta información que Araceli Corona les trae a ustedes. Si conocen a alguien que cumplió 65 o más y necesita cambiar su plan de Medicare, ahora es cuando. All right. So we have Ms. Williams here from Top 20. One more time, let us know when and where and how we can get tickets or how we can give a donation.
Okay. Tickets are on sale. You can, by the way, we're at the elementary schools. Right now, we are at McKinley as well as Harrison. On Mondays, we are at McKinley from, from 3 o'clock until 5:30, and we're at McKinley from 3 o'clock until 5:30 on Wednesday. McKinley on Monday and Harrison on Wednesday. We work with Carrie Gosh, the preschool, pre-K academy over there, doing some awesome things. We work with their parent cafe. So we've joined in and we've partnered with them so we can provide services there. You can always come to Carrie Gosh and get a ticket or call us. The numbers I've given, 219-201-9784 is for Deborah Williams, and for Janet Givens is 219-689-3377. You can call those numbers for tickets, and the event is Friday, November the 8th from 6:30 p.m. until 8:30 p.m. We'll be at the Ameristar here in East Chicago.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Ms. Williams, for coming out and sharing great things that you guys are doing in the community. And let's continue to press on and continue to invest in our future, which is our youth. We appreciate you and everyone, gang, Ms. Sister Janet, we appreciate you and everyone in Top 20 to continue to make a difference. You know what? The buck doesn't stop here. We still have to keep on trenching. We have to still keep working. The locomotor doesn't stop because we're still throwing coal in there.
Right.
So we got to still keep going. And on that note, we thank you again. We're going to have a new guest coming up, but I want to hear a special song. It's Friday, Freedom Friday. Who wants to dance? Juanita, you want to dance? Got to get ready.
Okay. Thank you. Are you going to have tickets at the door or not?
Yes.
Tickets will be sold at the door?
Yes.
Okay.
How'd you do with the TV?
With what TV? Oh, yes. It's good. I've seen it. He's asking you how to work with the TV. It was meant for me, you know that, right? It was because of me he went, you know that, right? You didn't hear it, did you? You didn't hear that one, did you? That TV was meant for me. It was because of me you made it. You're welcome. Hey.
I'm going to mix
Well, it's African Caribbean. Well, I don't see you.
Sorry?
Yeah, people not in that forward. Thank you. Thank you. Good to see you, Ms. Williams. Be blessed.
Bye-bye.
Juan.
You're right.
Can you guys tell him to dance? Hey, happy Friday. Que el que busca encuentra. He who looks shall find. That's what it says. You know that one? Hey, hey. You heard this song before?
Yeah.
Mala, mala, que busca encuentra. That's La India right there. Con Sergio George.
Is she coming or what?
She says she was getting here at 1:15, but I have things to make them. Que busca encuentra. I'm going to read your messages in just a minute, okay? For our Facebookers. Que busca encuentra. Hey, oh, buenas tardes.
How you doing?
Hey. Un poco. Okay, someone's been knocking at the door. No, a woman. Where is she at? She's leaving. There's a call button. Can't get in. I sent her the address. Hold on. Huh? Which building are you in, Francis? The door is in the front. We are waiting for you to buzz you in. Which building are you in? No, 115 West Fifth Avenue. We're right next to Chase. 115 West Fifth Avenue. We're on Fifth, next to Chase. Come to the front. They'll buzz you in. All right. Mala, mala, el que busque, ¿ah? Y si se cae del cielo, yo voy debajo de la tormenta y voy a bailar debajo de ella. That's right. You know what that means? We're going to dance under the storm. That's right. Dance through your storm. Bonito. Are you praying or something? Yeah. Welcome back to Nuestra Comunidad. Estamos aquí una vez más en vivo desde nuestros estudios 115 al oeste de la Quinta Avenida en Gary, Indiana. Nuestra comunidad va a cumplir 9 años aquí en existencia. 9 years coming, the 30th, huh? Wednesday, and I won't be here. So, do you trick or treat, Juan?
Sure.
I guess that look says no. So on that note, we want to thank everyone that's out there making a difference in the community. I want to thank Ana Gil. She's they're getting ready right now as we speak for a gala and in Chicago, and I'm thankful to be invited. So that's where I'm heading there. That's why I'm dressed this way. We have the 4th annual Purple Gala. I'm not wearing purple, but my heart is on it. Celebrating strength, courage, and the triumphs of domestic abuse survivors. That is tonight. Reception 6 p.m. Event at 7 p.m. at the Stand Mansion, 2408 North Kedzie Avenue in Chicago, Illinois. That's right. We have some phenomenal MCs, award-winning journalists Bob Johnson and Stacy Johnson. This gala will include live entertainment, silent auction, hors d'oeuvres, complimentary beer and wine, and a fabulous show featuring domestic violence survivors as our models. All proceeds will benefit Break the Silence Foundation, a 501c3 non-for-profit organization dedicated to assist domestic violence victims. For more information, call 773-780-0065 or go to breakthesilencefoundation.org. breakthesilencefoundation.org. And we want to thank everyone that's part of this. Thank you, Chico. Chico Dioselino Rangel is the reason why I am able to know about this information, and I can't wait to be there this evening and share the celebratory of great things, of success, of recovery from women that have actually been recovered. Can you go tell them? Have actually recovered from being abused. And I want to, tell them to hang tight and just keep moving forward and pressing on. And also yesterday, kudos to our junior achievement staff and volunteers. We had an
Thank you.
awesome time the last night at the Stardust Bowl-a-thon. We had a JA Bowl-a-thon yesterday, and we had, oh gosh, over 100 people yesterday. We had about close to 30 lanes of bowlers with costumes. And congratulations to those two winners. There was a group that was dressed, a family dressed like Harry Potter, the Harry Potter movie. And that was the second place. And Beetlejuice, we have about 5 characters that dressed up in the Beetlejuice movie. So congratulations to those winners as well. There's so many events, and if I don't get to mention yours, do not feel kind of funny. Do not get angry, because we can only share so much during the 1 hour. And our guest will be coming in shortly.
So she wasn't at this building. I
have no idea. I cannot speak for anyone. I just know that they'll be coming.
Well, she was in the
And that she said you were next to the bank. Which bank? I don't know. Maybe it's Google. Maybe it's not. When we type in 115 West Fifth Avenue, where do they go? Sometimes they end up at Broadway.
Because they see the big WLTH signs.
And they said, we follow the GPS. I don't know. We are here. Juanito, real quick, you got anything else? While I look for something else to mention, because I know there's so many events happening, so many things to promote. And this coming Sunday, we have that the fashion show as well coming up in Lake Station. We had Ms. Linda Mukes come in last weekend and talk about the fashion show that's coming up. I hope to see you guys there. I'm modeling. I'm a fashion. I'm going to be one of those fashion show models. I don't claim to be a model, but it's all about having fun and giving back. What do you got over there, Juanito? ¿Qué tienes tú ahí?
Well, you know what? I was supposed to have some guests for tomorrow, which I guess may not be happening, but I give until 7 o'clock this evening to see if they are coming on or not. But ladies and gentlemen, if my guests don't appear for tomorrow, I do want to talk a bit, and actually, I'm not going to be going from one subject to another like I usually do when we don't have a guest. But one thing I do want to talk about and spend a lot of time talking about has to do with this talk now that I'm reading about, where you may have some late comers run for president of the United States, and that on the Democratic side, which I think would be a terrible, terrible mistake at this point in time. I myself could say, without naming names, and without naming the 3 top poll getters right now, there would be 1, 2, 3 other candidates. Just my opinion, that could beat the current president. The thing is, though, he might not even be around next year. He may not even be around next year. So our guest is here.
Yay! They finally made it. And it happens sometimes, but we have just, it's 37 minutes after the hour. Of course, the sizzle will come up at 6 o'clock. I hope you guys enjoy those guys, and they're funny. They're lively. They bring great information. They talk about sports and other things. And so we have someone also special just walking in. We're going to talk about what's happening in our community. If you can get me another chair, that would be greatly appreciated. And just grab one from the end over there. Come on in. Vente para acá, chica hermosa. Siéntate aquí a mi lado.
Discúlpame.
Perdida, pero no para siempre.
No, es que nos estacionamos muy lejos de aquí.
Oh my gosh, how you doing, baby?
Good.
Yeah, I should have just said, there's parking like right
Está aquí desde
here.
las 5.
Ay, y como no tenía mi número de teléfono, pues no me podía llamar.
Te envió un text.
I just saw it. I just saw it right now, and I just texted
delayed
back.
then.
That's
You
okay.
have to share the mic.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah. Buenas tardes. If you can move that now over here, Juanito, this way again. So we're going to jump right into this wonderful interview. We've talked about this before this summer. We've met. We talked about what you guys are doing. You guys got some grants down a little bit, and it's great information. So, people need to hear about what you have to offer. Buenas tardes. ¿Cómo están?
Bien.
A ver, Frances, preséntate. Introduce yourself. Okay. And of course, the gentleman to your left, introduce himself too. Where you're from and your name, please.
Okay. ¿En inglés o en español?
Las dos.
Okay. My name is Frances Vega. Born and raised in Lake Station. From this area. Right now, I'm retired from Ivy Tech after 30 years, and I came out of retirement to my encore career, and then right now I'm working for Labor Institute for Training as a program manager for Labor Institute for Training, and one of our grant is called GO, Growing Opportunities in America for Latinos, and they made me the program manager of that as well. So that is what I'm doing here today, is to explain all about that program, and then I'll let Jesse introduce himself.
Jesse, go ahead.
Evening, my name is Jesse Guadiana. I'm also an employee of LIFT. I'm the program coordinator, though, not quite a manager. Born and raised in the Harbor, Washington bred.
Oh,
I live in Hammond.
you know
now.
him?
No,
Back in the 80s, maybe.
no, I've lived there all my life in the harbor.
Washington, right? You're a Washington graduate?
Yeah,
Yeah.
1976.
Something about East Chicago, everybody kind of just knows each other.
Yeah, at least you would think. Anyway, so you're coordinating. What is the special thing you like the most about what you do, Jesse? And then I'll ask the same thing with you, Francis.
It depends. Is my boss listening?
Well, do you want to raise? No, no, from the heart, sincerely.
No, it's a great opportunity to reach out to the people of Northwest Indiana and all of Indiana, and I get to work from home most of the time.
Oh, that's a great thing. Not everybody gets that blessing.
Then again, we sometimes have to go to Evansville.
Oh, then you got to drive. That's okay if you like driving, right?
A little. Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, I think what I enjoy the most right now is being able to help my people. One of the things that I think drives me as a person is helping people, and then to help mi raza. Para mí es maravilloso poder tener la oportunidad de decirle a la gente mía, here's money. I have money for training that can help you. And then the second thing I have to say, besides working remote and having that flexibility, is traveling across the state and seeing how different parts of the state operates with the Latino population, and networking, opening up a lot of doors and seeing what the needs are also across the state is fascinating to me.
Yeah, and it's great that you get money, because other people say, well, we don't have the funds, and here you have it. So people got to take advantage of this opportunity.
Right.
I mean, when we met this summer and you told me, hey, I got a couple of grants, I'm like, let's run. Where are the people? Come and take advantage of these programs, right?
Absolutely.
So I'm glad that we're finally here and we're talking about it. And so GO, how was that invented, created, brought upon? How was that produced or constructed, whatever?
Okay. You want me to go first?
Sure.
Growing Opportunities in America for Latinos is a grant that was given to Labor Institute for Training, the company we work for. It's a 501c3, and it's non-for-profit, and they put in for a bid for a grant, and we were granted that grant. And there's a lot to it, but I just...
Awesome. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We have a lot more information coming here from these two wonderful people, Jesse and also Francis. So we'll be right back after these commercials. And they're saying they can't hear. They weren't able to hear somebody. I think we're all on the same mic, right? I mean, same volume.
She's from Mexico.
Okay, I'm just now reading the comments on Facebook. So
They're saying they can't hear.
maybe it was just Facebook because we have the music here. And when we're talking, while we have the commercials. Sorry, guys, on Facebook and YouTube that you couldn't hear while we're on commercials, while we're off the air.
Who's on it?
Huh?
I should see who's on it.
There's Anna. I don't even have my glasses, so I'm over here squinting.
Hi, Anna.
And Rosa Garcia. Hola, ¿cómo están?
Hi, Rosa.
And everybody else that jumped in and out, jump back in. For those of you that are listening on our YouTube as well, we thank you for joining us.
Now's the time to develop your career at Excel Center, a free high school for adults. Earn a diploma with flexible class schedules and free child care. Enroll today at Excel Center.
Yeah, just share it. I tagged you.
Yeah.
On mine, because I shared it, because Juan didn't add me on there. He didn't tag me. No, you didn't.
Well, when I had to get out of it,
You didn't tag me.
I didn't re-tag you then.
Uh-huh. That's okay. So I shared it and I tagged you.
Tag me on Facebook.
Yeah. When I shared Nuestra on mine, I tagged you.
That's courtesy of Steve's Tire and Service Center. For complete auto repair and tire service, call 815-942-5080. They're equipped with the right staff to take care of your car. Call 815-942-5080 for Steve's Tire and Service Center at
Facebook
514
can't stand me when
Liberty
I
Street
share. Look,
in
they start
Morris.
blocking. You see these red buttons? That means
Now
they
in
didn't get
Northwest
it.
Indiana,
That means they didn't get it.
Futuristic transportation.
Okay,
Owned
thank
and
you.
operated by
And you want to go?
Emmanuel Smith has
No,
more
we
than
already did
20
four.
years of experience in the
We already
transportation
did
business. So
fourth
if you
one.
need a ride to
Yes,
get
we
to the
did.
airport report or any other points of interest,
Yes,
call Agape at 219-588-8548. Once again, that's Agape at 219-588-8548. Agape.
Your hair looks better than mine.
I keep
Mine's
pulling it.
just a wash and go.
Call Agape
And that's it. It air dried on my way.
Well, I made the mistake of cutting bangs. I'll never do that again.
Besides that much.
Why are we worried about our hair? We don't got that much. Look at this.
All right, we are back. We are back on Nuestra Comunidad NWI, Indiana, and of course, when we're off the air, you guys can probably hear us or see us on YouTube and on Facebook. So we're back. And you can hear us on 1370wlth.com as well. If you have a question, call 219-885-1371. No se me pongan avergonzosos, no se me pongan penosos. Llamen for more information. But we have Jesse here. You're about to say something. Of course, Francis mentioned about having funding and
Right.
You want to continue?
It's the Department of Labor had grant funds for manufacturing training, so specifically focused for manufacturing. My supervisor, my boss, the executive director of Labor Institute for Training, Catherine Clayton, actually put in the bid. And shockingly enough, we got it as the prime for this bid. And there was like 5 states that had put in a bid with the Department of Labor, and we were granted over $3 million for training. But she did something a little more magical. She focused her target population to Latinos.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you.
And Jesse can follow up with whatever specifics, unless you want me to.
Sure. No, this training program is entirely online, but it is instructor-led. It's not like a computer-based training course like a video on YouTube. A handful of people, maybe 5 to 7 per class. And they cover 4 modules. Overall, it'll take about 4 months to finish.
Yeah, about 4 weeks of modules, so about 20 weeks. Yeah, that's about right.
And they cover 4 modules: security, quality practice and measurement, manufacturing processes, and maintenance awareness. And if you complete these 4 and pass the test, not too tough of a test if you paid attention, you'll get a certification as a certified production technician, which is administered by the Manufacturing Standards and Skills Council. Did I get that right?
Yeah, you did get that right. Except the first one, you said security. Safety. It's they cover a little bit of the OSHA 10, and they the safety certification probably is what we get the most feedback from companies that say, "Wow, when our employees go through your safety program, they learn so much, and our accidents on the floor really lessen quite a bit, considerably." And we know what happens to companies, how they get hit by OSHA.
Oh, yes.
And so companies are loving it. The beauty behind this program is that sí tenemos 4 módulos que es seguridad, calidad, proceso y mantenimiento. Y después que uno termina los 4, le dan la certificación de técnico de producción. And it's a position that it's a certification that's also recognized by ISO 9000. So it is international. Vamos a decir que la persona llega de su país, hablan español y dicen, pero ¿qué voy a hacer si voy a regresar? Si viven aquí ahora y regresan, es una certificación que solo pueden llevar todo el mundo. Está aceptado y nunca expide.
Oh, que más bien. So you guys take advantage of the certification. Many times we complain about not having jobs for us. Well, because you don't qualify. Learn the skills. And here we have something that is handed over to you. Aquí se lo están ofreciendo a ustedes, mis latinos, mi gente, por favor, despierten. Aquí está un programa de certificación completamente gratis. Son 4 modelos. Pasan el examen, igual, ahí está la certificación para que ustedes sean empleados.
Y lo bonito es que después de cada módulo le dan un examen. Vamos a decir que están en la seguridad. They're in safety and then they get tested. When they pass that test, they get a safety certificate.
Wow.
So after each module, they get a certificate. And at the end of the 4th module, that they get the maintenance certificate, they automatically, there's not like this big grandiose certification test. At the end of the 4th module, they automatically get certified as a production technician.
Wow.
And it is recognized throughout the state. Lo que pasa es que aquí en el estado de Indiana, vimos que vieron, el Departamento de Labor se está dando de cuenta que hay muchas fabricaciones que no tienen la gente necesaria para trabajar. So they're willing to give these people a chance. Our program is in Spanish and in English.
Oh,
So
that was going to be my next question. Awesome. Qué bien.
yeah.
So what excuse do we have? No more, oh, I don't speak English. No sé español, no sé inglés. El programa está aquí en los dos idiomas. Qué bien. That's awesome.
No, nuestro instructor vino de Chicago, pero trabajó en Indiana como 30 años, ya que se jubiló. Es el instructor de nosotros.
Es el que está enseñando las clases, se llama Víctor Burgos. Él es muy bueno con la
Burgos, señor Burgos, muchas gracias por hacer ese trabajo tan necesitado.
Sí, y pues lo bonito es que después que terminan, también le damos tenemos una persona que está dedicada a ayudarlos con el resumen, con el portfolio, para que busquen trabajo, ¿no? Estamos juntándonos con muchos empleados que están aquí en el estado y estos 92 condados, o sea que tenemos muchas personas aquí que están, hay personas en necesidad de trabajo. Hay personas que no hablan bien el inglés y están buscando y tienen que aprender primero el inglés para poder entrar a un entrenamiento. Después, terminar el entrenamiento, se tarda 5 o 6 años. Pues ahora no hay excusa. Ahora se puede empezar en español y pueden entonces empezar a hablar el inglés, a enseñarse el inglés. Tenemos también una programa, Paxi, que estamos comprando. Cuando la persona termina, se los damos gratis. Nosotros pagamos para que aprendan inglés.
Wow. Y otra vez todo en línea, en español y en inglés también.
Así es que lo que único necesitan es el teléfono, laptop, tableta, o ir a la biblioteca. You go to the library. You have no excuse.
Well, our scheduling is so flexible that if let's say a person needed to use the library and they call us, because we've had this situation where we had a young lady call us and tell us, I don't have a computer. And so I have to go to the library. We know the library closes at 8. So we've accommodated her in the morning. And then she called and said, I got a part-time job. Can I do Friday afternoons? We're accommodating her on Friday afternoons.
Nice.
So she's going to the library every Friday. She's chiming into her class. The professor's there with her. And she's doing fantastic.
I have a question. Generally speaking, what is the starting salary for was it production technician? And it could vary depending upon which company you get hired for. But generally speaking, what range do they start at?
Well, you want me to take that?
Please.
Okay, well, we have a lot of individuals that right now currently just finished. And I don't mean a lot. We have 10 individuals that just graduated about 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
With all 4 modules. They're all located in the Indianapolis area, and I'm trying to focus in Northwest Indiana because we don't have a whole lot of people from this area. But their starting salaries for the ones that are starting new is between $14 and $18 an hour.
Okay.
And then something you should know is that there's so many that are working that the minute they started, one person got line leader right after the first module. Right after safety, they made him the line leader, and now his salary went over $21 an hour. So depende, si la persona ya está trabajando en la fabricación, hablamos con los jefes, hablamos con los que están empleados y buscamos manera de que le pueden subir el salario, y si no, también buscamos compañías que están buscando personas, especialmente personas bilingües, que es muy importante, ¿verdad?
Sí, no, y más que nada en esta región de aquí, mucho de nuestra gente siempre tiene algún pero. But I don't have this, but I don't have that, but I can't do this, but I can't do that. You are placing it in their plate. Se lo están sirviendo ahí en el plato a ustedes, gente, familia, despierten. Now, how do we get this information? Where do we go so we can register? ¿Dónde tienen que ir para que se registren y así están listos para tomar esas clases que tanto se necesitan?
Así pueden alinearse al sitio web maspark.org/goal, maspark.org/goal. Eso pueden inscribir, y si no,
pueden llamarme a mí personalmente en mi celular, 219-688-9730.
¿Hasta cuánto tiempo? Until when can this program, or when does it end? How soon can we need to hurry up and do this?
we have to finish by June
Of 2020?
2020. So don't wait now. We only have so many slots available.
So you got to get with the program, people. Pónganseme las pilas. Así es que alístense, regístrense.
Dale shine.
Right? Así es que, ¿qué excusa tenemos? Esposos o esposas, díganle a sus maridos, mira, mi amor, para que valgas más, tómate esta clase, que es completamente gratis. Yo te ayudo, ándale, yo te doy la porra. Eso es gratis. ¿Cuántos millones, Francis?
Bueno, 3 millones,
3 millones,
fíjate,
pero ¿cuánto para nuestros latinos?
todo el
Todo,
dinero está
nomás.
dedicado. Fíjate que
Yeah, no
hay una
excuse.
persona que me preguntó, estábamos nosotros viajando por todo el estado tratando de buscar las personas para este programa y estábamos en la ciudad de Fort Wayne. Y sale una persona y me dice, pero ¿era Fort Wayne o Indianapolis? Ni me recuerdo. Creo que estaba en Telemundo, era en Telemundo.
Oh.
Que me preguntaron que ¿por qué los latinos? ¿Qué pasó? Y bueno, nosotros sabemos quiénes son los mejores trabajadores.
Claro.
Pues por eso.
Somos trabajadores y
question.
madrugadores.
What's the minimum age for the program?
Okay, the requirements to be eligible. You have to be 18 years of age or older. You don't have to have a high school diploma or GED, but you do have to pass an assessment. It's similar to the TABE. It's called WIN, and it's a free assessment, and it's an assessment, not a test. So we assess what levels they're at. They have to go through the third level, which is the ninth grade level, and only in 2 categories, and that's reading and math. Because so often mi gente me dice, yo leer estoy bien, pero para escribirlo no vale. No vale. Entonces, it's just reading and math 9th grade level, and once they get past that, they have to be unemployed, underemployed. We have individuals who have degrees that aren't making the salaries they should be making,
Right.
and then they have to be interested in manufacturing.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I know that time escaped us, but we'll bring you back around the holidays and see where we're at and see if we need more people so we can bring this awareness back out into our community. Thank you, Jesse, Francis. Anything else real quick?
I just want to thank you for this opportunity, and I want to let you know that I will be posting on Facebook the information on how to apply.
Wonderful.
Thank you
Muchas
so
gracias
much.
por su tiempo, por
You're
la
welcome.
colaboración
Thank
que
you.
están haciendo aquí en la comunidad y más que nada para nuestra gente. You guys here on YouTube and Facebook and on WLTH, we thank you for joining us. We'll be back next Friday with some more guests. We have Extreme Sabor Latino, así es que yo voy a estar desde muy lejos trayendo a nuestro invitado, así es que no se vayan, entonícese aquí en nuestro programa. Seguimos con The Sizzle, con nuestros señores aquí en WLTH. The Sizzle is next, so don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be back, and don't forget, next Friday we have awesome guests. Until next time, have a great weekend. Bueno, ustedes ya escucharon y ya vieron toda la información que les tenemos aquí para ustedes, para nuestro público. Gracias por apoyarnos siempre. Thank you for supporting us. Until next time. Y ustedes, mis Facebookers, cuídense mucho, quiéranse y respétense para que sean